Hey everybody, today the 15th of April, and as always, we're gonna tell a pen story. This pen story has improved, has changed a lot of people's life in a different way and in a good way. For me, it's a reminder of beautiful lesson that I should learn, try to understand, and probably try to apply into my life. So let's get started with the pen story, okay? What is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now there's a dog inside the room. I'm going to wave this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew this, right? Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, right? For the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world. The human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson, both are correct. Now, let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So we put this thing on the table. And then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room, there will be no human, no dog. What does this thing become then? It becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom possesses the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Ishin Michael Roche applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go with what the emptiness is not first, okay? So the emptiness is not black. It's not white. It's not like it's not nothing. And of course, it is not, no thinking, no feeling, no such thing. The emptiness is just itself. So for instance, let's go back to the pen story, okay? So when we see here, so the pen, when there is nothing, so this thing, when there is not in, when it's inside the room, when there's no human, no dogs, come back to true self and quiet the emptiness. However, when I come back to the room, I look at this becomes a pen. When the dog come back to the room and the dog look at this becomes a chewing toy. And when both the dog and I come back to the room at the very same time, we go look at this at the very same time, what does this thing becomes? It becomes two things, a pen for me and a chewing toy for the dog. So a single thing where there's no human, no dog, nothing to interact with. You come back to your true self and you call it the emptiness. However, because that's the emptiness also has the potential to become anything or anyone, depending on who or what is looking at that at the very moment. So that is our second lesson along with the emptiness. We all have limitless potential. Now, let's take this as a pen. So this is pen coming from me or this is pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if the thing is the pen itself, the dog or anything in this entire universe, we have to see it for what had been planted. For what, for it is what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind. Everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is coming from my mind, right? So I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to think this will become a diamond, okay? So please play with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eye. It's still a pen. So what in my mind allows me to see this as a pen, but not a diamond. You all see it inside of my attention wisdom requires karma. When we see something that sits inside of my bubble, open up and cover this and made us see it for what had been planted earlier into our mind. So who planted those sit into our mind? Only you can plant the sit into your mind. Only I can plant the sit into my mind. How can we do it? By three ways: by our word, by our action, by our thoughts, especially to work other people. So for instance, we're going to hold on to this. I'm going to say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this to my friend, this pop will open up and both me and my friend will see it. And this strongly involved in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has now been planted into my mind. and I pop up, open up and cover this and make me see it for what had been planted on you into my mind, which is a pen. And this is how a pen become a pen. Anything surround us become what and who we are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today we went over 4 different lessons. So the fourth lesson being, how to create or manifest our dream life. But first knowing what we want to do. So how we do that, I'm going to tell you later, okay? And the second lesson is we're going to start planting those seeds using our word, our action, our thoughts to other people. So for instance, if we want to have a happiness, we're going to use our word, our action, our thought, plant the happiness seed, making other people around us become happier. If we want to have prosperity, then we use our word or action, our thoughts, helping other people around us become richer. If we want to have wiser, to have wisdom, then we use our word, our action, our thought, helping other people around us become wiser. And just like that, whatever that you want, you will use your word, your action, your thought, helping other people getting that seed, and that is the best way to plant the seed. And with that, we also learn that through our word, our action, our thoughts is what dictates our future life. Because through our word or action, thought to other people, we plant the seed into our mind. And that led us to the third lesson, which is everything is actually coming from the seed inside our mind. So we will be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. We're not going to blame anyone because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind using our word, our action, our thoughts. And the second lesson is how you can know your dream life. What do you want for your dream life? By knowing, by the lesson of potential and the emptiness. So along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. So we learn to recognize our potential, to see the potential in us or in everyone around us or in everything around us or whatever happened to us. And that we learn to know that, okay, which one I want to see, what the potential in this part of whatever it is. And with that, we pick up whatever that we like to have, what the positivity thing that we want, the thing that we really like in whatever happened to us in ourselves, and that we're going to apply into lesson number 4. So everything in our life, everything, they all have beautiful side. It's just that whether we choose to see it or not, or whether we choose to pick it up or not. And the first lesson is the lesson of happiness. So knowing that both are correct, we learn to respect each other's opinion, we learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. And as I always say, one other thing that I really like from Thầy Thích Nhất Hạnh is that he's saying understanding is the root cause, with the root of loving, where happiness of being loving, is our way to happiness. So that's the lesson. That's the 4th lesson of the pen story. The lesson that I would like to share with you all today is that today I went to last night I actually listened to a story that my husband shared with me about Liu Fan. I think 4 principle of life, or 4 teachings saying about sharing the life of a man named Liu Fan. And when he was young, he went to see a fortune teller, and that fortune teller told him that he's gonna die at the age of 53. He's in this life, which is like that. He's not gonna have any son or anything like that. And through life, he started noticing that, all the thing about the fortune teller is actually true. Saying has been true, so he didn't try, he didn't do anything until one day he saw the monk at the temple, and the monk at the temple explained to him that, maybe your life will be that way, but as long as you know how to, the way that you live, the way that you talk to other people, the way that you live your life, you act, you think, is what gonna change your destiny. So if you keep just like lesson number 3, lesson number 2, and lesson number 4 together, if you live a good life, you talk to people, you treat people nicely, you think about nice things, then your life gonna improve with that. he applied that. He actually applied that into his life, and then he have son. He lived a good life, and then when he was 69 years old, he wrote a book of Liu Fan Four Principle of Life for Teachings, and that actually is a very famous book. It's actually one of the leading book in Chinese for before you go to Buddhism or you go to Tan, I think so, Tan education or anything like that. So I think that is a very, very beautiful lesson, and it's just equal to what we have learned in our lesson, our pen story. So that's why I want to share with you this story. So thank you so much for listening to me today. Thank you, Alan, for coming in this 1,000-day journey. And thank you myself for trying to tell the pen story. If I was sharing with you the pen story or Liu Fan Four Principle of Life or Four Teachings, something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my co-workers, to my clients, or to any living things in this world or any other worlds with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye, everyone.